Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Today, it's gonna be a proxy from ByuN. It's gonna be ByuN versus Serral here on Lightshade, the latter edition. This is from DreamHack Last Chance, a premier tournament that wrapped up maybe last month, maybe a few weeks ago here, maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm not entirely sure when it wrapped up. My brain is, I don't know, it's fried from working today. Alright, so top left-hand corner of a Lightshade, we have the blue Terran player ByuN. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is Serral. He's a red Zerg player, and we are on the Proxy Express, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you knew when you loaded into this game and you saw that SCV rally set over here. Yes, ByuN's going to try to kill Serral fast, which, hard to do, man. It is hard to kill Serral fast. What the, what? Serral, on the other hand, is going double gas pool first. He smells it. He smells the proxy and says, you know what this means? I'm going to get so much gas, you're not going to believe it. I'm going to buy a Roach Warren sub 1 minute. Sub 1 minute Roach Warren, everybody. He's going to be... I almost consider this over-prepared for what ByuN is doing here. It must be that ByuN has done this to Serral very recently in these two players' history, because holy smokes. He has no idea what ByuN is doing, but he's countering him blindly. Okay, this might be a short game. It might be a twofer. We will see. Man. Serral. Game sense. 3 roaches coming out. 1 Marine coming over and says, oh, he hasn't expanded yet. We are in super deep trouble. All right, man. Hello, SCV. Oh, yes, there's already roaches out at 2 minutes. But of course there are. My hopes for a bunker are completely crushed. There's no chance of me getting a bunker. He's getting 3 Ravagers at 2 minutes. Dude, Zerg players don't do this. Zerg players don't. They don't go pool first into a bajillion Ravagers. Like, alright, well, fine. You'll make me kill this engineering bay, whatever. Oh, he didn't actually get it. There's 12 HP on that thing. Like, alright, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to send my roaches across the map. Can you stop it? The answer is probably. So ByuN's floating his barracks back home. He's aborting the mission. He did as soon as he saw the roaches. He's like, there's no way. This is not happening. And we've seen Maru beat Scarlet when Scarlet sniffed out his proxy and flew his barracks back home. So we will see if that is the case here today. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ravagers waiting for this high ground vision. Just, you know, expanding at 3 minutes, just Zerg things. Wow, this match sure got started early, didn't it? Quickly. Maybe not early, but quickly. If you enjoy supply depots, that is too bad. Man, it's going to supply block ByuN. I think it's going to... Wait, no, it's not. We're good. Hey, you want to repair that? Nope. Not a supply block. It's 8 supply per supply depot. I did the math there very quickly. So the supply block not happening, but it's close. Doesn't want to be supply blocked. This is pretty good stuff, man. 2 kills, 3 kills. The Ravagers doing all right for themselves. Third base from Serral taking it about 4 minutes, which again is late. And we might just be settling into a regular old TVZ at this point in time. I mean, the problem here for ByuN is that he doesn't have a natural base at all. Nor is he building a command center. There we go. He's finally getting a second command center here. Serral is working on his 3rd base at this stage. He's really just droning, making a couple of lings, getting speed for those lings just for vision purposes, I think. They're not really intended to kill anything, but if ByuN's going to go for some kind of a 1-base crazy attack without expanding, the lings are going to be a bit of an early warning system, as well as this Overlord. This Overlord maybe going to go in for a scout here too. Does not have speed, nor is that being researched at the moment. We're too busy making queens at our hatcheries for Serral. Stim getting research from ByuN. This has been, honestly, a pretty fantastic match so far. Truly has. Hey, quick plug, as long as you're watching this, for the Falcon Paladin store. Just go to falconpaladin.store. for all your merch needs. Additionally, there's a podcast, the Falcon Paladin Hour, if you're interested in learning more about Falcon and Summicron, my Australian co-host for the podcast. That's the way to go. We talk about new shows that we're watching, StarCraft 2 tournaments that are going on, balance changes that are happening if we ever get any of those ever again, new maps if we ever get those ever again. There are some concerns, basically. Anywho, Cyclone just really good at shoving out intruders into this main base, man. That is the Cyclone's main purpose in life, is anything shows up in the Terran base and the Cyclone murders it. Is it a Warp Prism? Dead. Is it a Medevac? Dead. Is it an Overlord? Dead. Is it a Void Ray? Dead. Just kills everything that can pop in. Overlord recognizes, okay, natural base taken about 5.5 minutes. And honestly, Serral's ahead. He just is. He's got his 3 bases up and totally running, where ByuN's natural just barely finished. It's 43 to 31 workers, which is not good. This is just Serral taking advantage of that late natural and just droning his face off here. He's got a lair coming in, taking his 3rd gas, putting workers back on gas after he took them off for a minute so that his drone production could be faster. Bunch of queens, just in case anything does manage to sneak past. He's just got vision here, right? His vision wall. The Zergling's here to make sure a 3rd base isn't quick. This Overlord's here to make sure nothing comes out to kill him. He's doing a good job. He's got an Overlord over here in case an attack is heading from that direction that he didn't spot. And everything's just going well for Serral. He feels good about this. I don't know that I've ever seen a Zerg player completely blindly go for 3 Ravagers at 2 minutes before. Like, pool first blind? Sure. Seen that. But directly into Roaches without having seen a thing. He went into 2 gas before having seen a thing. This Overlord just vision right here. That's what we're talking about, baby. This is why you have Overlords around the map. ByuN's going for a double medevac drop here at 6 minutes, 7 minutes, which traditionally should show up around 4.5 or 5.5. It's not. What the heck am I selecting? Not the medevacs, apparently. But here are los medevacos. How do you say medevac in Spanish? Teach me that. I want to learn Spanish terms. Overlord is saved. Very nicely done. Roach Ravager Queen response team. Ling's inside the main base, just in case ByuN decides to head on over here. And this is one of the things that is hardest for lower league players to learn, is how do you split up your army, right? You just use your F2A move everywhere. You're not going to have either people here, no people here, or no people here, or units here, and then you're dead, right? Because the Marines just attack on into your 3rd base and you die, or they drop in your main base and you die. You need to have your army split into 2 separate factions. If you can't do that, you're toast. That's how this works. Overseer going in for a scout, but is going to die before it reaches the main base, before the Cyclone has a chance to kill it. Actually, the Cyclone is not here. I think he died. He was doing some harassment, and the Ravager killed it, but it killed the Ravager, so that's fine. You going to target fire these creep tumors? No. No, not doing that. 11 roaches in production. Are we roach ravagering Serral? I guess I should have known from the +1/+1 he's working on for his ranged units. All right, fair enough. Roach Ravager, not a huge fan of it versus Terran. It's good up until the Terran starts getting 2/2 and 3/3 for his bio. Look at this little changeling. Hello, little changeling. See? Army split. We notice ByuN splitting his army, Serral splitting his army. F2A move does not work at this level, nor does it work if you wanted to get into, like, Masters, honestly. Ah, the violin. It's just, the soundtrack is so good. There's one thing I'll always remember Blizzard for. It is the soundtracks for their games, whether it's Diablo, whether it's Warcraft 2. Whether it's Brood War, whether it's World of Warcraft, the music is just, it's all so very good across the board. Hey, look, a 3rd base is landed for ByuN. Hey, look, Serral's maxed out, so that does not bode well for this 3rd base at all. It is all Marine tank here today. It is 46 Marines, 4 tanks, and a Widowmine, who is not with... Oh, here it is, on the ramp. Cool. Yeah, I'm extraordinarily worried about this 3rd base for ByuN. Like, I don't like it at all. 1-1 is done for these guys. Oh, 1-1 is finishing up here for ByuN. Oh, he's sacking it. Okay, well... I mean, no, maybe he's not. He's not entirely sacking it. He's trying to drag the army into this tank fire. is going to work out for him in the end. Corrosive Bile forces the armor to move back, which they don't want to do. They had a really nice position, but tank dead now. Covering the tank is always very nice. Look at these Marines just holding on, man. Holding on. Third base survives. And 7 SCVs died, but they didn't all die, so that's a nice thing. But Serral, meanwhile, expanded while he was attacking, because of course he does. He's getting 2/2s, making 9 more roaches and an infestation pit. And I think he realizes, yeah, 2/2s on the way here from ByuN. His 1/1 finished during that engagement. So we can't stick here on Roach Ravager forever. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen it before. Have I ever seen a Zerg player win a game at like 13, 14, 15 minutes against a Terran who's going bio when it's Roach Ravager against the bio? I don't know that I have. Look at how well they're even trading now to some extent. God, they just melt Roaches and Ravagers. They don't do bonus damage versus anything. They just do good damage against everything. That's what Marines are. The only thing that's good against Marines really is like Ultralisks. Just because of the armor they have. And Marines attack so quickly and for so little damage that the armor's incredible. But even like Roaches that have good armor, they don't trade well against Marines either. Pure Marine, baby. Good unit. Serral, what he's really just doing is creep spreading and keeping ByuN on this side of the map. ByuN is just in a bit of trouble here. Don't like it. He's going to try to even up the score by sending some medevacs across the map, but holy crap, there's already creep spread to this point in the map. That's not good for me, says ByuN. I'm a murderer of some of these tumors, I guess. I mean, what else are you going to do unloading on this high ground? Tumor's dead, but guess what? There's tumors pushing this way. There's tumors pushing this way. Stay alive. Ugh, well, this one did at least. That's nice. I like these supply depots. They're not really here for supply. They're just here to mess up the pathing of the Roaches and Ravagers so they can't just jump on this. It slows them down. I mean, unfortunately, eventually it will supply block ByuN losing these supply depots. Maybe he did need them more than I thought he did. Yeah, this is going to burn down and supply block the Terran. Watch. Supply block. Oh, the fungals are here. How much have I complained about Zerg players not making fungals in recent days, huh? Serral taking a 5th base while ByuN is still on his 3rd. He's making a 4th command center at that location, but I mean, when the income looks like this, it's so much red. No. Nope. Zerg player can win ZVTs when they're making, well, I was going to say when they're making less, but no, they need more. They got to be more cost efficient. It's just unless the Marines are, it's hard to say, right? Marines are squishy. How cost efficient are they? Pretty cost efficient, but Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Alternative Glands coming in, +3 armor, getting researched for those Ultras, as well as Chitinous Plating. Actually, no, the Ultras Cavern is not dead yet. So nicely done, sneaking around. See this sneaking stuff that ByuN is doing here. It's what you like. That's what you like to see, Terran players. It's just a problem. We've seen this time and time again. Terrans that get stuck on the Terran mech, on the Marine tech here. It's largely Marines, and then suddenly 8 Ultras show up, and your Marines are just kind of tickling them to death. It's not great. Serral replacing that 5th base. The group that killed it is still up here getting healed from their stim damage they took, because by golly, they didn't take damage from anything else. That is for sure. Viper's in production. There's your Chitinous Plating. They're actually getting Tunneling Claws. Why not at this stage, I guess. The creep spread is just, it's covering so much of the map. It's really problematic here for the Terran player. He cannot be pleased at how the creep is pushing in on his 3rd. Drop, though, coming in. You might be able to finish. You know what? No, you can't unload is the problem. If you unloaded everybody, and then maybe you went for the Roaches, you'd be able to do it. Ow. Infestor sneaking in. Okay. Oh, focusing down the Ultralisk Cavern would be awesome. Is he going to do it? He's trying. Oh, she gets it. That's insane. Ultra Cavern dies. Chitinous Plating denied. Everybody dies, but that is one heck of a successful mission. It means, yes, you may have some Ultralisks in production, but you're not going to make any more for a little bit. Now, the Ultralisk Cavern is getting started. He has to restart Chitinous Plating, which isn't the longest upgrade you have to wait for, but still, it sucks. So ByuN getting some small victories. His 4th base is up and rolling. His income is, you know, there you go. More than the Zerg players with these mules. Feeling all right about that. Spire coming in from Serral. So we're going +2 mech here, while 3/3's finishing up for the bio. Oh, the abducts on the tanks are just so good. That's why they gave us abduct Zerg players, is for the abduction on tanks and Colossus. And like ultras, I guess. If you make ultras in a ZVZ, your opponent probably has lurkers and you're gonna die. But yeah, the ultras, the tank count is what's gonna scare away these ultras, not the Marines. Marauders are in production, Liberators are in production. +2 vehicle weapons. It's gonna help, but 3/3 finishing up on these bio units pretty good. He burrowed the Ravagers by accident a bit there. Burrow hit squad. Ready to get some stuff done. He's like, I made these Ravagers. They're not super effective against 3/3 bio, but you know what? We're going to give it a shot here anyway, lads. Adaptive Talons on the way. No, what? No. It's Anabolic Synthesis. It's an A name is what it is. An A name is on the way. Sensor tower cannot detect the roaches. You can just see a little,
get me out of this mess.
Little line. There it is. Sensor tower finishes. They start taking hits. Liberator tried to do some stuff for there. Didn't really work out for them. Their medevac, rather. Oh, these guys are. Get up the ramp. Take down the tank. Focus it. Or hide. Regen all your health. Oh, that's 13 SCVs dead. That's a lot of dead SCVs. Attack up to the ult. Oh, no, it didn't work. Planetary Fortress stays alive. Oh, my. Ah, there's your skin. Kill this siege tank. Or get nothing done. That's also fine. That was a very strange Roach decision there. At least pop up and kill a tank. Don't run down into siege tank fire. Weird choice. Top right, though, Serral. I mean, he's fine. He's fine. Got +3 missile attack coming in, +3 melee attack coming in. He's already got +3 armor because of course he does. Income back down in Serral's favor after losing those SCVs and losing all that mining time as well. Hope you're enjoying the 1440p casts, by the way. I'm enjoying my 1440p monitor and new video cards, so hope you should enjoy the results here as well. Steady targeting. Yes, ghosts are out. ByuN knows how to handle ultras. ByuN, before he left for military, was the first player I saw to really lean on steady targeting against ultralisks. Back when ultras had 8 max armor and Terrans hated them. Yeah, ByuN was like, steady targeting ignores armor. Let's do it. And he would. He'd melt. Like 8 ultras would show up and he'd just go beep, 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 and they'd all die. This is some chaos, though. This is some chaos emeralds. Ah, Corrosive Bile on fungal units is pretty good. See? Fungal, good unit, man. Ugh. Orbital not burning down, and Serral heads home. So he's yet to kill a base, is a problem here for Serral. If you're gonna beat a Terran player, I'm not gonna say it's required that you kill a base, or 2 or 3, but man, if you don't, it really feels problematic. But Serral has so many bases, maybe it doesn't matter. Perhaps it does not matter. His creep spread is great. He's connecting all of his bases with creep. Maybe this is where he kills a base for the first time today. It is weird considering how much I think Serral's been ahead today that he hasn't killed a single planetary or orbital. I mean, he's rolling for it. Oh, Liberator, steady targeting, and tanks, man. The Holy Trinity. I guess Marauders are in that mix too, but absolutely shoves it off. ByuN is, I mean, he's not turtling, but he's really making himself extremely hard to break. This is what he's up to. Siege tanks everywhere. His tank count is much higher. 11 than you normally see in a late game TVZ, especially against Serral. But you know what's the right answer, honestly, versus these ultras? Having that many tanks, just, you're not going to necessarily kill the ultras with your tanks, but the damage done is going to help a lot. Steady targeting, a single steady targeting is not going to kill an ultra, but that plus a tank shot plus a liberator shot, which liberator shots ignore armor because their abilities, not attacks. Oh, we're into mutas now. Okay. That's some interesting stuff. We're into mutas. Steady targeting still says mutas die. Look at this tank positioning. It's so hard. Oh, these ultras are just going to die. Yeah, Ultra's dead, and the Roaches and Ravagers have to back out. Or I guess just Ravagers have to back out. Dude, ByuN is staying alive in a position where I did not think it would be possible for any Terran player to stay alive here. That's why he's one of the best, man. That's why he's one of the 4 horsemen. That's why he's a stupid good Terran player. And why Serral hasn't been able to finish him off here in 20 minutes, despite, again, being in a fairly dominant position economically, map-wise, bank-wise. He's got a huge lead. 23,000 resources lost to 18,000 resources lost. Serral's lost so much more than ByuN has. But taking this base, ByuN needs to start moving out. Like, there's a point that he can do this just by sitting on his available bases and asking Serral to attack into him and make bad trades. But this base is where it starts to get tricky. Like, the economics of losing this base to the Zerg player is massive. Mutas are out. Greater Spire coming in. I guess Broodlords to take down a turtley Terran player with ghosts and tanks and planetaries. Eh? Go for it again, man. And this is enough. Ah, Bailing's making some okay. Bailing's making some absolutely gorgeous connections there. Still a bunch of ghosts remaining. Mutas. That's so many turrets. Mutas actually have to get out. That's so many turrets. Okay, so lost a lot of army. That was rough. That was some really nice Bailing connections. Keep in mind, the Bailings also died in that engagement. 28,000 to 24,000 resources lost. Serral has lost more still. I just keep coming back to this base, man. If Serral has this, he's able to mine all the resources from it. Like, ByuN, you know, he's pretty happy to be on 5 bases. He really is. And it's not so much that he needs the 6th, but allowing Serral to have his, like, 9th is a problem. This base should be dead now. There's just not... No, it's not enough. Unless... Okay, so the orbital command lifts. There's nothing that can shoot up here. Blinding Cloud on the tanks is just such a great move. SCV's taking some hits. 15 SCVs do go down, and then just lift your stuff. Mutas in the main base. Not many of them, but hey, we're going to kill some supply depots, some dead refineries. Not really focusing all that much. A Ghost Academy death would be pretty good, considering I think that is the only Ghost Academy, and in fact it is. ByuN just continuing to build bases. He didn't lose this one. Again, look at this. He hasn't lost a single base today. 13 supply depots. I guess three command centers, but none of them were actual planetaries or orbitals that were used as bases. Yeah? Maybe we're splitting hairs here. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, man, Serral, do I trust you with Mutalisks? You've lost 20 in this game. This has been, honestly, an incredible game. I still think Serral has a pretty heavy advantage by having this base, especially not letting ByuN take this bottom left base. The 1-2 combo is humongous. Pathogen Glands finally getting research. We've seen so much Infestor play today. +3 flyer attack on the way, because Serral's at a point in the game where he's like, I don't know what else to do with my money. You don't usually see +3 flyer attack, especially considering there are no flying units for Serral right now. Ah, here we go. ByuN recognizing this hatchery is a concern of mine. Let's make sure it dies, or by that I mean, don't actually make sure it dies, because fully upgraded Cracklings are here to murder everything. That's how it works. Ah, there we go. Corruptor's on the way. We're going to have, geez, some really upgraded Broodlords. So you know how Broodlings use the melee attack and ground carapace upgrades as well, and the Broodlords use the plus flyer attack on their strike. So when the Broodling hits, it does a strike up attack, which is upgraded through the Spire. But everything else about the Broodling is through the Evolution Chamber. Good hits. Alright, just shoving ByuN away from this base. So these are going to be like as upgraded lords with broodlings as could possibly be, which is hilarious. All right, finally, the planetary dies, but it's effectively mined out anyway, and he's got another base here ready to take over anyway. The ghost count is just nuts. I don't know about this. It's pretty dicey. Yeah, Zerglings, oof, ghosts don't do bonus damage versus lings, but when they're upgraded, they hit pretty hard, and they will do a lot of damage to your lings. All right. All right. Maybe our first hatch kill of the day. The second hatch kill of the day. I apologize. I don't know where we killed a hatchery today. What's the other one? Oh, this one. That's right. This base died and was brought back from the dead. This is a 25-minute game. A lot of things have happened in this match so far. Hit that like button if you haven't already. This is a fantastic TVZ. Like, holy crap. These two bring out the best in each other for sure. Ah, EMP on the Infestor. She's like, I might as well die. Wanders in. Oh, Overseer take it. That missile turret hit that Overseer? That's nuts. That's crazy stuff. Orbital Command still alive. Resources lost. 47,000 to 34,000. See, Serral keeps losing more over time than ByuN does. ByuN is making some incredible trades. Yes, he's gotten his army ravaged from time to time. But he's been okay. He hasn't lost the game. But Serral's just had so much more basage. And right here is 3,000 more resources per minute. Serral's bank has kind of been depleted, though. He had a bigger bank earlier. He's been dipping into that thing in order to remax. And his remaxes haven't been incredible either. This poor base continually just gets ravaged by, you know, lings and banelings mostly. Land it. Repair it. You still have some gas here. Oh, he's not going to repair it, is he? His SCV count is only 30 in all fairness, and he hasn't taken this bottom left base yet either, and yeah, the orbital died. So here come the Broodlords. Now here's the question. Where are your ghosts? Because you need those for this to work. Yeah, plus the strike. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, when it connects with something on the ground, that's the strike that the Broodlord does. See, but here are the ghosts. Steady targeting. Actually not connecting here. Ah, so much run! So much Zergling surround. Tanks getting obliterated. 159 to 113 total supply. ByuN is taking too many baneling hits. No. He's got, you know, a decent number of units remaining here, but it's 102 to 164 supply. Serral not remaxing, but making 42 lings. Just 42 Zerglings. With full upgrades. And I think that might be it for ByuN. Like, he's sucking all of the minerals out of this base that he possibly can. He's actually making more SCVs, which is kind of crazy. You don't generally see Terran players making more SCVs at this stage of the game because they have so many orbitals generally that they don't need them. But a lot of orbitals have died today. He doesn't have as many as he normally does. Spores at the front, Queens at the front, Broodlords getting transfused, ready to rock. Splitting his ghosts off, trying to steady target. Oh, here we go. That's a steady target. Oh, the fungal's huge, though. Oh, all right. So the ghosts are all dead, and I think that's it. It's a handful of Marines. It's a bunch of tanks. The Marines are like, we got this. Oh, the tank friendly fire, too, is a problem here. That's your GG. Serral is your winner, and ByuN taps out at 28 minutes and 30 or 40 whatever seconds it is right now. Somebody is still in the game, apparently. Nope, they left. Trados is left. Woo! That was a match for your Monday, wasn't it, lads? Or maybe we do for your Wednesday. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. We'll figure this out. It's going to be sometime in the month of February, I guess. Anyway, what an absolutely just fantastic match. That was really, really well done. Resources lost 57,000 to 48,000. That's how you know it was a good game. A lot of dead things. 450 Zerglings, 450 Lings, 217 Marines, 28 Ghosts, a Planetary, 3 Command Centers, and no orbital commands died, although one did burn down as a result of Serral's attack, so I think that counts as a death. 20 Mutas went down. A Hatchery died today. Shouldn't that be 2? Why are the numbers wrong? That's weird. A little bit of Infestor play, a little bit of Ultralisk play, but really Ling's Banes with some Broodlord support made this happen. So yeah, I mean, honestly, any other Terran player that gets completely hard shut down by what Serral did with his 3 Ravager opening, you know, I guess, yeah, I didn't realize that. But yeah, I think Serral, instead of just preparing for a proxy, might have honestly just been going for a 3 Ravager rush, which isn't super good, but hey, in the hands of Serral, why not? And then all of a sudden, there were proxies, and he was like, huh, that's interesting. I guess I'll go anyway. But it wasn't enough. That's the crazy thing, is usually 3 Ravager attacks are pretty good. But, I mean, they killed 2 supply depots and got out of there. That's all they were able to do. Anywho, like, ByuN to go from that and then take Serral to 28 minutes, almost 30 minutes, is crazy. Crazy pants. But anyway, good job, ByuN. Nice job, Serral, getting the win here, though, and that's going to be it from me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.